Check this out, guys. Good morning. Do you recall the video I did that said sweat and ice water? Well, here we go again. I'm out of breath because I've been working on it. Probably should have shown you digging up the St. Augustine, but look how beautiful the St. Augustine is. But I just can't waste it. I can't cover it. I just don't have the heart. And it's too expensive, and I need it out in the yard. Let me show you. Looks good. Let me see if I can hurry along. Bermuda. But it's going to be St. Augustine. It'll take about a year. There's 2 patches. Okay, this is out by the curb at the street. Another patch. Fire hydrant. Did you guys know that if you had a fire hydrant in your yard, that your homeowner's insurance is cheaper? That's just a little tidbit. That's real estate talk. My experience. I've got 35 years of real estate. That's what I do. Anyway, 2 more. Here at the driveway. And over by the driveway. Lovely. See if I can get that in the sun better. A little dark over here. But anyway, check out Bubblegum Vista. Proven winners. I put some right here at the front porch. This area is getting full of St. Augustine. Okay, I'm not sure how big it's going to be. Just depends on how much energy I have. And yeah, got some other stuff going on. Roses. Lots of good roses this year. They're really blooming. Look at all this good stuff. Runner beans. Look, there's a bloom. Couple of them in there. Love them. Let me know if you want to know what kind this runner bean is. Got to get some grass out of this flower bed. But here is the flower bed from last year. Blackberries. You're not going to believe how much this has grown. Look at it. You saw me do that. Lots of sweat. Boy, it was hot. Okay, I'll continue this when I get back at that project. I'll bring you along. Actually, I realized I didn't show you this blackberry garden bed that good. Let's get in here so you can really look at it. Look at the berries. Oh, and the bees just love, love, love. Look at all the berries. Prime Arkansas. I just can't believe what a good brand, a good type of blackberry this is. This is not, and I couldn't even tell you what kind this one is. It's smaller. It doesn't have any berries on it, but oh my goodness. Let me see if I can get in here and show you these. There's the Leland cypress. I planted that a couple of years ago, and I'm glad it's not getting huge. This is not the best space for it, but you know you can trim these. Well, I just wanted to make sure I gave you a really good look at this blackberry garden bed, because I worked really hard on this. I put some other stuff in here. So, some nandinas. But let's get on over here. Look, so many wonderful blackberries. Oops, shade. Or shadow. But yes, look at the Leland. But let me stand back and give you another view of this. I did this one all by myself. All of it. I planted that Leland cypress by myself. Lots of work. Now see these metal poles? I've got those off of Amazon, and I will be putting them in here. See the other, oh, I've just had these in the yard. These metal. They're just up there, probably temporary. I don't know yet. I might leave one or two. Okay. Yeah, like I said, I realized I didn't show you the full effect of my blackberry patch. Okay, there it is. Corner lot. Had the trees trimmed and they're coming back out. I thought they might have been dead, but I think they're gonna be okay. Okay, I'll be back with you and we'll add on to this video. Wait guys, one more thing. Let's put some, whoa. Okay, well that'll work. Let's put some of this up in there. Here we go. This is just some potting mix, you know, that you would put in a container. But I'm thinking that this will help because the leaves look a little bit pale and they look like they need some nutrition. That looks a lot better. The stems aren't so tall. Okay. A little bit of a disaster with spilling and all, but that's gardening. All right, I'll finish it up. But think about that. If you're growing these runner beans and they get too tall, too leggy, you can add to that. And you know you can eat these, but I'm not gonna eat them. Okay, I'm definitely going to pick up on this. It might be tomorrow, so I'm gonna add on to this, so stand by. Good morning, it's the next day. I thought I'd show you how I dig up the St. Augustine. See if we can take a look at it. Got my shovel. Okay. I'll set you down right here. See if I can get up one piece. You have to kind of work it. This shovel has a good point on the end, a good tip. Some blades on it, kind of a blade. Okay. Kind of push your shovel. Get you over here a little bit. take this in 2 pieces since it's so big. Okay, there is 1 piece. Perfect. Okay, I'm gonna get my Gorilla card over here. There we go. Okay, let's go place it. I pre-dug, and it's not real deep, just enough to, you know, I've kind of got the idea of how deep I cut those or dig those, so I kind of know how deep to clean out the grass. And yeah, here's another piece. I did that about 2 weeks ago. So anyway, I'm gonna drop those in. I think that there might be a little bit too much dirt on this end, so I'm gonna kind of dig that out a little bit. I think I can do it without a shovel. Okay, let's try that again. You can also kind of take some of the dirt out of the bottom. There is some Miracle-Gro in let's see, indoor outdoor organic that I got at Costco. I added that in with some of the natural, you know, dirt. That it's kind of clay here, so I think this is best. Now, after I water this really good, I'm going to step on it and, you know, level it out better. But this is the process I go through. Okay, let's turn the water off. There we go. Now, I am going to just kind of pat it in with your foot. You can even step on it. Won't hurt it. Make sure it gets really good contact with the dirt beneath it. And you'll want to water this almost every day if you don't have any rain. Excuse the legs. There's dirt, mud. I got it all over me. But that's the way it goes. There we go. All right, let's walk back over and look at the flower bed that I'm starting over there. That's why I'm digging all this out. I haven't quite decided how big. Let me back up here a little bit. But it's not going to be as big. It's going to be more narrow. I think that's just about where it's going to end. And then I'm going to pull some out. Oops. I'm going to pull some out, you know, kind of up in here over to the tree. So yeah, it's not going to be real big, like I say. Some of my St. Augustine grass, it's just not taken over there in those front strips. And so I thought, well, this would be a good idea. I'm going to keep you guys posted. Follow me along. I'm going to be doing some more digging. Maybe not today. I'm kind of out of breath, but okay. Okay, it's a little bit later. Let's go take a final look, but check out the roses as we go. I did this flower bed. There was a tree there and I had it taken out, roots and all. Of course, I had the stone, you know, put in. And I put down cardboard, whatever it took to cover up the weeds, and I filled it in with a bunch of good dirt that I bought. Trying to remember what kind I put in there. A couple of different kinds. Here's my onions coming along pretty good. They're really growing. Let me know if you want to know what some of this stuff is. But that is a good sized bed right there. And the new one here I'm going to do about half that size. But okay, let's walk over and look at our final result here. I planted St. Augustine in these strips, and I had bought them at the store, and they weren't as deep, you know, the dirt on them. And I thought, well, I'm gonna dig these up and it'll, excuse that car, hang on. Okay, I'm back. But anyway, I tried St. Augustine up here by the curb, but I had got it at the store. It didn't have, you know, near the thickness on the bottom as what I'm digging up. So that's why I'm doing this. I know these will take because there's a thick start at the bottom, and I'm really paying attention this time and doing it right. But this is a mess, and I want it in St. Augustine. St. Augustine is a really tight, thick kind of grass, and the weeds just don't bleed in quite as bad. So anyway, that's why I'm going to all this effort. There we go. 2 good pieces right there. I'm gonna finish the video just to show real quick. Blackberries. This is a big flower bed I put in right here. I put that one in next to the house. The one under the tree, I had someone lay the stone to, you know, frame it in, but I did everything else. I put all these flower beds in, and I planted most of this stuff. So, but here's gonna be the new one. Okay, I'm gonna go ahead and end the video. So, there we go. Don't know yet what we're gonna put in here. I wish my Japanese maples would be a fit, but it's just too hot over here. It's the south. And I've got to keep those, you know, in the afternoon shade. Stand by for that video. I'm gonna pot those up. Okay guys, I'm gonna go ahead and end. This is the video I'm gonna get out to you before I do the Japanese maples, I think. Talk to you later.